8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Monday, so that means 3 things. 1, I'm not EMCM. 2, it's a Mamba Monday. And 3, it's time for the 824 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of Father's Environment, the Pope Chuck Paul. Episode 212, I Can. From that Nas album, Godson. I know I can be what I want to be. I think he says, if I put my mind to it, I can be anything. Something like that. But we're going to talk about Anthony Mackie when he was saying, we've been lying to our kids. They really can be anything. Hope you guys enjoyed your week. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. If you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. And if you're a wrestling fan like I am, yesterday was 3/16 day. Can I get a hell yeah? Also got this in the mail from Igloo. It's not a Stanley. I like to call it a Manly. Also, Saturday, my son, Myles Jordan Gerring, turned 19 years old. Shout out to my young king. Hope you enjoyed your day. Now, let's get to it. We will talk about Anthony Mackie's visit on the Pivot. He said a few things that got people all riled up. I don't know why, but you know, sometimes common sense isn't too common to some people. I will also talk about Dr.Umar and his baby mama drama. Who would have thought? I was going to touch on this topic last week, but I didn't have enough time. But I have a few videos, one 5-minute video from Dr.Umar, which probably could have been 2 minutes if he would stop repeating what he says. When he says things like, child support papers, child support papers, child support papers. You know how that motherfucker do. But let's get right into it. The Pivot Podcast, hosted by Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and Shannon Crowder, 3 former NFL players. They sat down with Captain America himself, Anthony Mackie. And it's funny to me because Anthony Mackie been around for a long time. And he's been in a lot of movies. And it's crazy because, like, sometimes a lot of these movies I don't know off the top unless someone said, oh yeah, he was in X, Y, and Z. You know, and I'm also not really a movie buff. Like, I still haven't seen 8 Mile. I'm not the biggest fan of like rap movies about rapping. You know what I'm saying? But like, I remember he was in I think he was in that Black Mirror episode, which was crazy. I didn't see him as Tupac, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really too big on rapper movies. These are about rappers playing rappers. But when it comes to superhero movies, that's my shit. Falcon, Winter Soldier, whatever you want to call them, Captain America, I fuck with that shit hard body. Took my son to see it when it came out in theaters about a month ago. I think it came out February 13th. It was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? I look at Marvel movies now more so like I guess episodes of a TV show, because each episode pretty much links to another episode or tells the story that goes with the other one, so it's like you can't miss them or whatever. But yeah, so he stopped on the show to talk with Ryan Clark, Fred, and Channing, and they were discussing various topics, and some topics that came up was about his path in acting, whether it was performing arts, the big screen, Broadway, and whatnot. And I'm gonna stop yapping. This is what Anthony Mackie had to say.
I've been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all this shit. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that and this is fresh on my heart, like I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant motherfucker. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster, but somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because of that, I don't know what that emotion or that feeling is the scary thing. Because I went to all the programs. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway. I've been in the business 24 years. I've been in 2 Academy Award films. I've done independent films. I've done major motion pictures. Now I'm Captain America. So now what? I should be the lead of the next Spike Lee movie. So I should be starring opposite Denzel. Because that's what happened with everybody else.
Okay. Now, you can look at this many different ways. Funny enough, ironically, Dr.Umar said something similar several years ago on a Breakfast Club, saying that we lie to our children, saying like they could be the first president, they said in the fourth, when you know your child doesn't have the discipline and whatnot, or the skills, meaning that you know what your child can do and can't do. You see how they follow instructions in the house and outside of the house and how they act in school. You know what they're capable of. I guess we shouldn't be lying to these children. But also I do think from this clip, he's saying stuff like, it takes somebody to see that thing in you to say, you know what, you're the guy, let me put you here. Could be that, right? Or it could be who you know. A lot of the times, that's what it is. Who you know, who you're related to. There's so many layers to that, and he didn't really expound on it because they were asking him, how does it feel to be Captain America? That's what he said, like, all right, so what's next after I've done all this other shit, and now I'm here? You know? Also look at it as like, it depends how you push your child. Because funny enough, I remember one time my son was like, I wish you made me play basketball. I said, I tried. You didn't want to. And I knew that wasn't you. Because I would send you home with assignments and say, hey, go YouTube Chris Paul, Westbrook, and Derrick Rose, like, and these guys. And let me know what you watched. And he wouldn't do it. But he would come back and tell me that he watched superhero shit on YouTube. So I was like, it's not for him. And I'd be damned if I forced my child to do something, and then later on in life, they're adults and they're saying, "Oh, my dad made me do this. I hate him now." I don't need that. I'm good. Also, Anthony Mackie spoke about masculinity in America and how he doesn't really see it anymore, and how he's raising his black boys to be men. Check this video out.
I keep my boys humble. Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like, your kids. And no, I don't give a f. I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, you know, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always, since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night, this alarm is on, you text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, motherfucker climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, motherfucker jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there, you know? And so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different. You feel it when you go to Europe. Like you see these and you're like, could bust your ass, boy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You go to Europe.
Tight ass pants.
Yeah, tight ass pants. Motherfucker, good, boy, you better lotion your ankle. Like, you feel it when you go to Europe.
Oh, man, that was funny. Crazy thing about this, a lot of people were saying stuff like, why is he bringing up Jordans for? I mean, people like, oh, that's all you guys took from this? But the funny thing about it is, whenever someone talks about raising children right, for some reason they think wearing Jordans equates to them being not a good kid, or not having them equates them into being a good kid. Because my thing is, kids have their things. Like some kids may not want $200 sneakers, but they want $200 Star Wars action figures or G.I. Joes and Transformers. This other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's expensive. Like, trust me. For someone who likes sneakers, action figures, and all that shit, trust me. But yeah, besides that, some folks were saying, wow, that's putting too much on a child. Like, yo, let us raise our boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, it's funny to me, excuse me, I love and hate what he said because it's common sense, but I hate that when people hear it, it's like, wow, it's like the gospel because a celebrity said it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm 99%, I love it. 1%, yeah, it's common sense. But yeah, I think it's on the same thing. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Open the doors for women. This, that, and the fourth. Be respectful. Now, another conversation is, how do men and women raise their daughters to respect men? Because we're talking about how young men respect women. I'm not doing that right now, though. It's another day. Then I watched a clip from Joe Budden's podcast where Melissa Ford was talking about how, well, there are men who are raised right, who are rapists, this, that, and the fourth. And it's like, yo, that's not the conversation. We hear how terrible black men are every day. When we have a black man talking about how he came from nothing, went to all these different schools, at the top of his game right now, how he's raising his 4 black sons. We gotta bring up some negative shit. No. We hear that 365. Let him live. You know what I'm saying? But that interview was dope. It's crazy because it was an hour-long interview about him acting and wanting to be like Don Cheadle, and now he's freaking, like, in some instances working with Don Cheadle, wanting to be like Carl Weathers and these other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, he grew up looking up to several black actors and having to actually work with them now and be in the same rooms with them and shit like that. That's pretty dope. Why can't that be talked about more? You know what I'm saying? But just remember, when he's protecting the house and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And making sure you safe and the bills are paid, ladies, just remember this.
I hear you and I have something in common. You believe in a lot of cases that men and women have roles.
Oh, yeah.
All right, will you say it? Because people get
you
mad
better
when
believe
I say
it.
it.
I'm from this. Yeah, you better believe it.
I mean, I know you're from New Orleans, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I'm only from Jersey,
Yeah,
but I do believe that if he wants a sandwich,
you make daddy a sandwich.
Most of the time.
No. Let me ask you this. Well, okay, let me ask you this. If me and you out and somebody say something slick to you,
You punch him in the face.
You want me to smack him in his mouth,
Yep,
right?
That's right.
So if I take you on a date and I say, look, baby, we gonna go Dutch.
No.
Exactly. If we walking up to the car and I don't open your car door, what do you say?
Open the door.
You better believe it.
Yeah, no, I am with you. I think
So you make daddy a sandwich.
I think I will after I get out of the shower. But it'll get done.
If I'm outside cutting that grass, bring daddy some lemonade. It's hot outside. I'm cutting all this grass.
But what's not hot is when girls call their man.
Look, I'm not gonna get into that. I love it. I'm just saying, sometimes it takes forever to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But now it's just some more serious things. Who would have thought Dr. Umar had 2 baby mamas and he's going through baby mama drama? I always say to myself, he's always talking about being with black women, criticizing people's relationships and whatnot. I'm thinking like, where's his woman? You know what I'm saying? Well, he gets a hotep with a camera, with a microphone. Well, a young lady was saying that she's in fact his 22-year-old daughter, and she was like, she was trying to get in contact with him to find out about her stepsister or half-sister, because Umar has another daughter with somebody else. And she was reaching out trying to like get in contact, like, yo, if I have siblings I don't know, I want to get to know them. So I'm gonna play that video, then I'm gonna play another 1-minute response of Umar responding to that video, and then another 5-minute clip of Umar talking all types of bullshit, and I will comment on all of that. So let me cue this video up right now. She kind of cute too.
Hey TikTok, so I just wanted to come on here with a small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life.
Now to the response, and read the caption in there too.
I got family in Philadelphia everywhere, and you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? But let me say this. The quickest way for you to get blocked or put on the FDMG Book of Negro list, the quickest way for you to get blocked or get put on the FDMG Book of Negro list, if you mind my personal business, I don't care who you are, I strongly recommend you mind your business, because if you don't, you will be blocked and put in the Book of Negroes. Oh no. Oh no. As you see on my social media, I've been blocking people who think my business is their business. And if I block you, you automatically in the Book of Negroes.
First of all, why are you batting your eyes like that, nigga? Second of all, this is the same one running around talking about Kobe after he died, who he should have married, who he should have left his money to. Nigga, take care of your kids. Now how you gonna say this about your daughter? Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. Interesting. Now, I'm gonna play this next video, and then I'm gonna get into the kick this motherfucker back in.
Pull-up season. So let me say this about the baby mama drama. There is a silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. There's a little piece of silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. And the little piece of silver lining, Amsterdam Africans send the invite. And that little piece of silver lining in the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty tour, dishonesty and revenge tour, the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty and revenge tour, the only silver lining about it is y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. Y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. So I done already sent the message to baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. You have 2 weeks to produce my child, who you've been keeping from me while I've been paying child support. Just like baby mom number 1, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. So baby mama number 2, we talking to Miss Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. She old news. She old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. That's old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan, baby mama number 2. You have until the eclipse of March 29th. You have until my Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference return to produce my baby. If I do not meet and see my child by Saturday, March 29th, Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live, and I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to put your business in the streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. And I respect you, Miss Vegan. I respect you. But you are not going to deny me my child anymore. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. No problem. No problem. I will be at the child support hearing. But we're not talking about child support right now. We're talking about a relationship between the prince and the princess. We're talking about a relationship between Queen Kong and King Kong. I better see my baby in the next 2 weeks. You better text me, date, time, place. And once I see my child, you and I will schedule uninterrupted visits. Not in your house. We're not doing grandmama couch no more. I'm taking my daughter out with me, and she's going to spend quality time with me. She's going to go on the road with me. She's going to Africa with me. She's going to London with me. She's going to Jamaica with me. We're going to create a custody agreement outside of the white man. Oh, yes. Black self-determination. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. And all I'm going to say, you got 2 weeks where I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell some things that I know you don't want me to tell. Put me in touch with my daughter. Let's stop the nonsense. Since you had time to reach out to Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, since you have time to go find Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf said that you said, Baby Smurf said that Miss Vegan found her mother to ask her if we were still in a relationship. Miss Vegan, is that true? Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child, Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child, you reached out to Mama Smurf to find out if I was still dating Mama Smurf. Listen, I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf when she had my child. I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf after she had my child. And I damn sure don't want Mama Smurf now. So you don't need to be asking Mama Smurf if we in a relationship. Absolutely not. Any woman that will deny a man his child has no right to be a wife to anyone. I'ma say it again. Any woman who denies a man a right to see his child has no business being anybody's wife. Black men, it's time to unite.
Whew. That was a load of bullshit. Where do I start? First off, my opinion. Go to court. The fuck you telling us for? Talking about you want to do visits without the court's help. Yeah, maybe that's cool if y'all had a decent relationship, but obviously y'all don't. So go to the courts first. Like, I understand if he was a dude in the street who had no job, this, that, and the fourth, he has the means, access to whatever lawyers and money to go and fight this in court. Like, you waited till this hit social media to make this a thing. Like, bruh, come on now. Prince of Pan-Africa bullshit. Stop it, nigga. Stop it, nigga. That's what you moving like right now. You know? Like, my son's mom was ignorant as hell. The worst 18 years of my fucking life. Like, she put me through so much shit. Oh, my God. Like, through child support, visitation. I remember I didn't see him for like a good month because we were going through this child support and visitation thing back in like 2008. I have terrible experiences from on Christmas days, freaking birthdays, Father's Days, like fucked up shit. She disrespected my dead mother and father. And I have sisters, fiance, all trying to be cool with her or cool with her as if she didn't disrespect me. But I just chalk it up to like, she was an evil motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I get that the baby mother may be toxic and nasty, but the biggest revenge is getting your child, having fun with them, and sending them home, and that child telling their mother how much fun they fucking had with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even get into too much detail of the things that she's done to piss me off, but I'm just glad my son is 18 and I really don't have that much to say to her anymore. Like, I don't contact her at all. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the biggest stress relievers, you know? But Umar, you can't be preaching all this black man, black woman shit. If you got a 22-year-old daughter, you've never been to anything important in her life at all. What happened to consciousness over coochie? Politics over punani? Black queens forever? Snow bunnies never? What happened? I mean, you ain't been with no snow bunnies, but I'm just saying, like, nigga. What's up? You know? It's like he reminds me of the girl with all the degrees, and it's everyone's fault but hers. Nigga, why are you making broken homes? Why can't you keep a queen? That's something to look at. Like, it's really screaming deadbeat vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, aren't you a psychologist? Like, what the fuck? Imagine having the means, the funds, and access to all. Like, you could give your kids a better lifestyle with them being with you more. But instead, you out with Drewski, hanging with studs and dwarfs and shit on Could Have Been Love. Gotta watch that too, by the way. So yeah, Dr. Umar, you are getting 100 billion lashes for being a deadbeat. Dr. Umar, you are getting 100 billion lashes for being a deadbeat. I'll say it again. Dr. Umar, you are getting 100 billion lashes for being a deadbeat. There is no excuse for not being in your children's life, no matter how crazy the baby mother is. I'm sorry. For a dude who has a crazy baby mother, who's ignorant, talks out the mouth, it never stopped me from getting my child every 2 weeks. It never stopped me from taking him to the movies, taking him to the Lego stores early in the morning, and playing with those Legos, shooting video with him, hanging out with him, taking him with me to go buy a bunch of sneakers to resell them and shit like that. Never an excuse. So sorry, bruh. All the time you have to go to these different cities and talk that bullshit, take a day or two out that schedule and be with one of your kids. One of your kids. Oh, man, oh man. Before I let go, I'm just going to say, raise your damn kids, people. Please. Seriously. They need us. Don't let social media raise your kids. Don't let these fake ass hoteps and internet celebrities, social media influencers or / social media activists raise your children. You need to raise your children. Yes, mom, dad. Not even grandma and grandpa. Mom, dad. That's all I gotta say. Not really, because like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good. God is great. Thank God my paper straight. I am the Pope Chuck Paul. Peace out.